All right.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you checking out the video. We've got a juicy tier list for you here today. I got a couple of people from our Discord in here to give their opinions on everything as well. So I think we're gonna have a pretty fun time here. Basically, it's going to be more oriented towards new players. We're going to rank all the heroes based off their overall viability, and then secondarily, how easy they are to pick up and kind of just play with. So, we're pretty much just going to hop right into it. We're going to start with Zinx. I'm going to pretty much just tell everybody my thoughts on them, and then if anyone else has anything to add, feel free to take the floor. Yeah, what's
So
up?
before we start on Zinx, how are we doing this in order? Are we going from bottom to the top or top to bottom?
Yeah, we'll probably do bottom to top.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So Zinx, obviously, she just came out, as with most other MOBAs. She's a little bit overtuned, so I think most of you can anticipate her going into the S tier. She's basically outclasses all the other supports right now in terms of overall utility, with the heal, the stun that can literally stun the entire enemy team, and then the E that just kind of deals crazy damage, obviously, and then the revive, which can also be used on yourself, which is kind of crazy.
Very, very clutch in team fights.
Definitely.
It her poke early game helps the carries a lot too, so it's like crazy early game.
For sure. I think the trick is basically upgrade your E first, because it's going to deal the most damage, and your Q doesn't reduce the cooldown timer at all. And then, at least in my experience, upgrading the right click for the dot damage and the extra healing doesn't seem to be as potent as doing the E for the poke early game, so definitely S tier.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that.
Hell yeah. Anybody else got anything?
I agree.
Yeah, she's crazy.
All right, moving on to Zarus then. Zarus is the second hero that I ever got to a level 10 mastery. He has been hit with a decent amount of nerfs. I think it's been like 4 patches in a row now that he's been nerfed, but he's still definitely super strong. Personally, I think I'm gonna have to put him at high A tier. He's not quite S, but definitely in the right hands can be super potent. He just scales so crazy into the end game because of his passive, and then a lot of people run Ortus, so you have like 50 to 70 extra physical power usually by the end of the game. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. And his ultimate too is very flexible with team fights, and you get a lot of value out of it compared to other heroes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great for isolating the target. Solid regen on his health. It just it's nonstop fun times. And probably the fastest character in the game.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely, bro. You saying Zarus?
He has a very balanced
dash is nice. Got the nice cards.
He has
Yeah.
movement, he has range, he has melee, and his ultimate is very flexible again by like even using it defensively as well, helping your teammates in tight situations.
Absolutely agree. Yeah, I'd say he probably fits nicely into the high A tier. Anybody else have anything?
Oh, he's just very, very balanced. Very covers all of his corners.
Exactly.
Very good character to pick up.
All right, so we got TB. Personally, I have not been the biggest TB enjoyer. I would not be surprised if you chalk it up to a bit of a skill issue. I've only played like a handful of games, but I think he has my worst win rate percent on Ometa. I think I've played like 12 games. I don't think I have a single win. So we're not going to talk about that. I don't know if I can give too much input on TB. Personally, I would put him in C, but again, I know that he can be good.
Have you played him post patch?
I think I've played one game.
So he ramps up like way better than last time since the patch. So he is way more viable than he was last time.
Really? Okay.
I'd say he's up there with the ADCs, especially with his movement. It's very beginner friendly with
That's
the
true.
movement and helping with positioning.
That's
I
true.
would say B tier. I'd say B tier. I
Yeah,
haven't seen a whole lot of him, but with his new patch and everything, it definitely makes him viable against all the other ADCs in the category.
from what I do know about him, he's got some pretty crazy burst potential, especially if you upgrade the double shot first. Q on PC, I don't know what it is for console, but I know that shreds, especially with Infernum. I see a lot of people run Resolution. Seems like he's a good on hit.
Yeah.
ADC.
It's the only thing I would take away from TB, or like the only negative, is that his build is a little bit more unorthodox, if you say, compared to all the ADCs. His build is way different compared
Yeah,
to most of the other ones.
for sure.
I'm not as a support main. If I have a TB carry, it's not a fun time.
Not a fun time.
No, Twinblast. It's going to take a few games for you to get used to them, and that's why I like the classification for the C tier. It's if you're not able to utilize his kit effectively, and it's going to take a few games to learn his kit before you can really start pushing into being a quality ADC with him.
That is true. I do. So yeah, I'm gonna put in C because we have to factor in how easy they are to pick up for new players.
Yeah, true. Because his grenade takes a little bit of learning to hit.
This ain't Call of Duty, and you ain't got a noob tube, okay?
That's true. I think like Symbiosis said, the dash on him is super useful for newer players that aren't super aware of good positioning. So it's basically a get out of jail free card in a lot of situations, but I don't think it's enough. He just doesn't deal enough damage unless you know exactly what you're doing. I don't think.
Yeah.
Sammy, you also play ADC, right?
Yeah, I'm a carry main.
Right. So what is your take on TB?
I think TV is really flexible with the builds you can do. You can do ability spam, you could do a lane bully or an on hit, and I think that as far as builds go, you gotta get used to the MOBA scene to be able to use him and be successful. If
Yeah.
you are brand new and you hop B, you're probably gonna get ran through.
I agree.
I think that to get max potential out of him is something that you're not going to be able to pick up very easily. He's a really complex character as far as his abilities go, and understanding his passive. Because I've seen a lot of TVs kind of just ability spam, but not take in his passive and use everything together. I know I'm kind of rambling on. I didn't expect to be called on.
Yeah, no, those are actually really good points for sure.
I would say TVC. I don't think he's good enough to be B right now.
Yeah, I agree with C.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to Faye. I think she has one of the highest win rates right now on according to a Metacity. And I know every time I go against one, I know Sammy's a big Faye enjoyer. I think all of us here are pretty big Faye enjoyers.
Her ultimate, man.
Yeah. So I don't know if she has what it takes to be in S because there's a lot of ways to get out of her ultimate. It is super good, but I think there's the blink, there's the stasis, there's the cleanse, there's a couple ways to get out of it. So because of that, I think she's high A tier, maybe even ahead of Zarus. I would put her ahead of Zarus. But not quite enough to get into S. I think she wouldn't be able to get into S because she takes a bit to get used to. She doesn't have any mobility. So especially playing in the mid lane where you get ganked constantly, you always gotta be paying attention to that. And not having that mobility.
So if we're putting it in the perspective of a new player, how easy is it for them to pick up Faye, in your opinion, Cal?
I would say you're probably looking at like 20 games before you start to get the hang of it. Roughly. Yeah. I mean, it obviously depends on the player, but for like the average person coming in, I would say probably about.
I would say it's probably easier to pick up Faye than TB, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I mean, I know TB has the movement, but Faye, like, you're not playing her. You're playing her in mid lane.
Got the early
Don't worry about the jungler.
Yeah, it's more AoE, and it's a lot easier to, I guess, almost get out of situations with. You got to think most of our abilities are stuns or slows. Even though
Yeah,
basic attack is a slow, if I remember right.
No, that's Iggy. Iggy has a slow basic.
Yeah, so her ability is kind of like zone. You could zone people out with your abilities, throwing the bramble line and everything. You could restrict movement that way, get yourself out of some situations.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I think in the right, as you're talking about just straight beginners, and I think she belongs in it. I think, in my opinion, FaZe is probably one of the best mid, if not the best mid lane.
Yeah,
Just
no, she
because
definitely contests.
if you can ult at least 2 to 3 people, and you throw your bramble and you throw your little
Yeah, team fight potential is insane.
dude, it's like you can take and tear the entire enemy team down. If you catch them in your ult, you can get them all below
Absolutely.
if not a quarter. Plus your little I forgot what they're called, but your throwables, your left trigger. I don't know what it is on PC. But when you're max level, the cooldown on that is like 2 seconds, and every time you hit somebody with it, it does. Is it 25% more damage every hit you
Mhm.
do?
Yeah,
And
that's definitely
just
like that's what gives her the advantage over like Gadget and Gideon because like they all have crazy team fight ults, but Faye can literally like delete the entire team. Like if you do a Gadget ult or Gideon ult, like yeah, it's gonna hurt, but you just dump your entire kit on the entire enemy team with the ult because they're all just like sucked into that one little spot.
Well, that's a thing though, because like, you know, FaZe ultimate is a little bit harder to hit in that sense, where
Mm-hmm.
Gadget and Gideon's ult is a little bit easier to hit
Mm-hmm.
with them being huge AoE
oh,
spells.
yeah, her range is really short on her ult. Like you have to be up in their face to throw it down at them. That's something I
Yeah.
noticed at Planner. Is
Yeah,
that
that's the only like negative I could really think of.
yeah, super
Yeah, I agree.
squishy. So you're not playing smart. You throw your ult down, they're probably still going to kill you if you're not being careful because you got to be so close to be able to throw it in there.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, let's move on to Terra. I know that somebody in here is gonna be a big Terra enjoyer. Um, she started out when she was released. She was super strong. She did get nerfed pretty recently, and she does have a tendency to get punished in the early game if she misses any of her abilities. I think that she's not very easy to just pick up and play. Requires a decent amount of play to get used to, so probably I would put her in high A tier. I know Kush is probably gonna have a little bit to say. Maybe he'll
You
change
about
my
an A
mind.
tier. Yeah, A tier.
Yeah, okay, so
But
you
I
do
want to
agree.
see if it's kind of easy to learn her moves. It just acts you, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Zigzag. You just gotta predict their movement.
She's super good, especially in the off lane with the
But she get a
sustain.
shield with her passive is enhanced. Get the shield, the dash move to hit anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would not put her above Zarus, my opinion. I think she
Mm-hmm.
might be at the
I
bottom
would
of
put her
A
above.
right now.
She got CC. She can make herself.
I mean, I'll give her that. She does ramp up late game, but like,
Yeah, she's
if
basically
you're
like I
factoring
feel.
in all the other offlaners like Grux, man, Grux is gonna ramp up past Terra.
Mhm.
Zarus is more balanced with his movement and such, where his rotations are a little bit better.
That
That's
is
why I
true.
would put him above
He's more
Terra.
agile too. Like I feel like he could dance
Yeah.
around in Aurora and probably, or I mean,
But
a
Terra,
Terra.
Terra, your game sense will have to be better to play Terra more effectively than Zarus.
That's true. I agree. Anybody else have a say?
I hate Terra.
I hate Terra.
I hate Terra.
Fuck that bitch.
I am a Terra hater
We
myself.
we
I
all
hate
hate Terra out here.
Yeah,
All
Terra
right.
haters, man.
Let's move on to Steel. I think Steel is in a really fucking good spot right now.
Oh man, he's good.
Yeah, bro.
I think
He's
would go S. I think still goes S.
yeah,
Oh,
I have
whoa.
to agree. No, yeah, I have to agree because like I played a Steel in the offlane the other day. I played like I don't know a handful of Steels in like 1,700 games, and I got my ass absolutely rang out as Grux. Like I didn't I had no idea what to
Yeah.
do because
I don't know what to do with Steel offline yet.
yeah,
That's like the
he's
only character I have problems with offline.
So my take would be like, I play with multiple master players in the official Pred server, and every single one of them has said Steel is like one of the best characters in the game. So I think S
absolutely
tier is definitely deserved.
Yeah.
I've seen Steel. He's a really safe off lane player too. So new
Like
players
a
picking
S
Steel up,
plus.
so easy.
Yeah, he's easy to pick up. He literally Steel alone can like stun lock their entire team for a good
Yep.
3 or 4 seconds.
He's
Yeah,
a
dude.
really good initiator. He's a very safe character too. So it's like you can't die on the character, but it's harder to die on Steel than the
Mhm.
others.
He's also
Like-
very easy to learn.
Yes, very beginner based.
Let's see. I think I maybe played 5 games of Steel in total. And I had a game where I got like 23, 24 assists, and I was just becoming Leroy Jenkins. I didn't care if the tower was there. I knew I had the health to take. Stun 2 people on the tower, you take the hits, the jungler comes in like Batman, steals your kills that you worked so hard to get. Sorry, Steel is up there.
It's true.
Yep, Steel has movement, Steel has tankiness. He's beginner friendly, and he's a very safe character all around.
Yeah, he's got it all. Alright, I think that was a pretty unanimous decision. Alright.
He's just a tad slow.
Yeah, true.
Shinbi.
But
So with Shinbi, I've seen her go both ways, but I think she might be our first B tier character, just because there's very split decisions on her being. She's not necessarily S, and she's not necessarily like D. So she kind of people
Yeah,
either C or A.
I would have to agree. I think she's more of a. I would almost put her in C because she's mostly just like counter pick character against like Grux or
Yeah.
who's the other one? I mean, she
You have
counters
to,
it.
you
Go
have to
ahead.
factor in her movement too. Because
Yeah.
like she has like basically like a double dash, and I know that helps a lot.
Mhm.
Top
getting out
5
of
getaway.
fights. Yeah, it is.
It's true.
And her ultimate is a very good confirm too. It's an easy confirm. Pop it. Got
Hmm.
it.
That's yeah, it's true. She's definitely like I don't know. I mean, I've played her in the jungle, mid, and off lane, so I think she does have
Yeah.
the
Very-
multi-role
yeah.
viability, which probably I'd say B tier. She's not easy to pick up, but it's not rocket science either. You can
Yeah.
pretty much W key the shield on the E for her wolf circle rhythm. Super forgiving for trading, especially in the off lane. So yeah, I would say B. Pretty
Yeah. So
reasonable.
she's a little bit more niche than Zarus, but she has that balance that Zarus does a little bit. That's why
Mhm.
I'd keep her in B. She's not
I think
necessarily as potent as him.
I think she has my highest win rate on Ometa. I think it's like almost 70% over like 60 something games. So I don't know.
That's
Maybe I was
awesome.
maybe I was a natural born Shinbi enjoyer, but I feel bad putting her there, but I think it's
Yeah.
realistic. Anybody else?
Yeah. No.
That's a good pick for her. Solid all around.
Hell yeah! All right, Sevi boy.
Recommend. Do not recommend.
I would
Oh, wow,
strongly,
hold up here, bro. Shut
Hear me out now. Don't get me wrong. I like Big Bada Babe Ruth himself. It takes a minute to get used to,
Mhm.
and timing is everything with Sevarog.
Mhm.
Ooh, that is true. Beginner,
Yeah.
I would not recommend Sevarog.
Yeah.
But as
Absolutely.
a character,
Mhm.
I think he could. Yeah, he's really good in the jungle.
100%.
I wouldn't say he's one of the best junglers, but I say he's viable in jungle.
It's
He's viable in off lane.
I think he's just a little too
Nah.
slow.
I wouldn't put him in
and-
A tier though. If it's beginner friendly. I'd keep him in
Gotta be an OA.
Yeah, because
He'll
of
He's
the
probably one of the hardest
beginner.
people to play with.
That's true. That's true. Because
Like-
the entire name of the game with Sevarog is focusing on the stacks for the first like 15-20 minutes.
Yep.
Because without the
If you're not
stacks, you're
stacking,
basically useless. Yeah.
You're not ramping up late game at all. It's not gonna be fun playing Sevarog if you don't get those stacks down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like he's a good character. I feel like he'd pick up a more basic offlaner and an easier offlaner first, and then you would look into Sevarog. I don't think he should be a first pickup for anyone.
Yeah, I would say
I think he's
probably.
very more niche than other characters are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely so if you're a MOBA enjoyer or you played Paragon, I would recommend Sev because he's literally almost unkillable in the late game. Like you have to chase that man across the entire map with several people to be able to kill him.
Yeah. His ultimate's very forgiving too. Just kick people away from you, and you save yourself.
Yeah. So
Very easy.
because of his non-beginner friendly kit, he's gonna be in B, but overall he would be
Yeah,
higher
A tier,
normally.
easily. Yeah.
So, question: are we doing this strictly based off how easy it is to pick up, or how good they
So
are?
a little bit of both, I think, right?
Yeah, pretty much both. It's more for like new players to get a general idea of what heroes they might want to unlock.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so yeah, with
man.
Serath, Serath was my main in Paragon. She started out pretty rough for a while. But she's definitely gone back to her glory days of Paragon, especially with the recent patch. I thought they were gonna nerf her, but they actually ended up giving her another a little bit of a buff. She's like crazy. A good Serath is absolutely bonkers right now. And I don't think that she's too hard to catch on. Like to master her, you have to play her for a while, but even in the lower ranks, you can pretty much pick Serath up and be pretty goated.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's solid.
She can play her in the jungle. I think she's best in the jungle, but you can play her offlane as well. She has crazy chase potential, and in the team fights, especially if you focus the squishy heroes and build Penumbra early, you can literally wipe the entire team like before they even realize what's going on. It's absolutely crazy some of the plays that I pull off with Sarah.
Yeah, I do
I
agree with
agree.
that.
She's
She's fun. She is also really fun with that. Just early torture to late game domination. What more do you want?
Exactly. Anybody else have anything? I know Kush plays a decent amount of Sarah. Yeah.
Kush. You there?
Oh,
All right.
Kush is gone. Okay. I say we just move on to Riktor then.
Yeah, so I think that's a fair spot for Sarah. So Thicky Ricky.
So
okay,
Riktor,
Big
man.
Rick himself. Big
See.
Rick.
See.
Okay. So can I say something about Riktor?
Yeah.
You guys have all played with me. You know that support is the one role that I never play. I hate support and I don't ever play it, but I will say this. I've started playing Riktor. I've played probably, I don't know, maybe 5 games of Riktor as support, and I have been absolutely dominating. I think if you can hit your hooks, Riktor is probably, I would say, A tier just because of the amount of CC he has. It's so easy to pull somebody, step up all your abilities, silence them, and just
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about his pulls is that 90% of the Riktor players that I go against do not hit their pulls,
That's
and it
fair.
is very telegraphed.
I
As a new
would.
player, hitting hooks is not going to be easy, and it's going to feel like you're not getting a whole lot of value out of them. Early game, if you're hitting your pulls, you're going to ramp your team up. Like your dual lane is just going to smash through.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't seen a whole lot of Riktor off lane. Like I haven't gone against that or seen a whole lot of that. So that's like a whole different story. But I know as a support, Riktor has one of the best potentials in the game, but it's also hard to tap into that potential.
yeah, I would agree, except that I like the hook is probably the hardest ability, like the single hardest ability to land in the game. But like it
Yeah, but it's Riktor, man.
even if you
So,
land like 2 out of 10, if they're like
yeah.
in reasonable moments, like it's so easy to capitalize off them, especially with the ultimate. That's like a
Yeah.
5-second stun that you just have to sit there and take it with no lube.
With the ultimate combo too.
And then get silenced.
True,
Yeah.
exactly. On top of that,
Like,
so like it would probably take a new player, I'd say like 15-20 games to like start to catch on to how you do those combos. I also think that like if you can kind of gauge your Riktor skill in the first couple games, because if you're able to time the hooks and get a gauge for it in that time period, you're probably going to be set and we'll be able to play
Yeah.
them pretty well.
Yeah.
It all just comes down to being able to land those hooks, even no matter what role you play, off lane, support, jungle, any of it. It all comes down to those
I
hooks,
agree.
baby. So I would say
Hooks.
the bottom of A tier is probably sufficient.
I agree.
I played a couple games with Riktor. It's so satisfying when you hit the hook, but if you just show up out of nowhere and you just ult the whole team,
Yeah, his ult is very good too. The team might stud. I'd even put him like past Terra in my opinion. I'd put him above Terra because I feel like
Yeah,
he
I
brings
can
more to the
agree
table
to
than Terra
that.
does.
Yeah, it's true. All right, good old Revy boy.
D tier, bro. Don't have him in B tier.
Absolutely not. No, yeah, definitely not.
What?
He used to be D tier, but like as of 2 patches ago, I would say he's pretty much up there with everybody else right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Let me put it in perspective to this. So compare him to Kira for a second. What else? Like, what does he really have?
I mean, if you're in a
he's just
1v1
in the form
situation,
realm.
if
Well,
he
like, look at this. Look at this. You have your initiate ability, your mercy, the pistol on Kira, and then you have the burst attack on what's his name, Revenant. And his ultimate is, I mean, their ultimate, they're both our ultimates. I mean, they're okay. I'd say Revenant's ult is better in some cases, but I feel like Revenant, he has no movement, and Kira could like basically do everything he can. In my opinion, I just don't see,
Kira
especially
has
the new
more
player.
mobility, but like if you go all in on a Revenant as a Kira and Revenant lands all his shots and it hits you with the EQ, you're dead in one combo.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rev is just nasty like that.
He's gonna be
Can I
able to
say
get those
something?
4 shots off in the queue before you're able to kill him.
I've been playing Rev more than I play Sparrow, and that's saying something on carry. And I will say this: Rev was overpowered patch before this one. After what they did, he was pretty strong, and they buffed him again. So now his crit, his fourth shot, what is it? It's 5% of max health on that fourth shot as well.
Yeah.
And when I play Rev, when I'm 18, I'm doing. If you get both buffs, you're doing over 1,000 damage a shot, and on your fourth one, I was hitting over 1,600. That's ridiculous. And not to mention, the
What?
last time I played with, yeah, I swear, I can give you the build. I promise you, I have like the crazy Rev build. Anyways,
I'm
I
gonna have to
also
see
got,
that because there's no way.
yeah, dude, I promise you, I was hitting 1,600 on a shot when I had Primordial and Orb. And then I was playing with Iberus, and I got over 30 kills that game, and I got over 30. I got right at 30,000 gold because I was straight just hunting people with bounties, getting the double bounty, and building up so fast that I had a full build at level 16. They couldn't do anything. I think that his ramp up is insane.
It's true.
It's I,
That's
I think
why, yeah, that's why his ultimate is so good. Like that extra gold, it's like hundreds of gold for just pressing R on a kill situation.
yeah, and he's not a hard character to hit. Like he has a lock on for one ability, another one is an automatic lock on as well. All you do is hit his shots, and he's so easy. You don't need mobility when you're doing like a quarter of their health in one shot. Not even to
Exactly.
mention their ability.
I would say,
100%.
in my experience.
He's the
Oh,
best
sorry, I didn't
ADC.
mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. I'm just saying I think he's the best ADC in the game, as far as like
I
potential
wouldn't go
goes.
that far, but
Whoa, I wouldn't say that. I would say, oh, my experience with Rev is
he's
like
up
he's
there.
just.
Like it's close, but
In my experience, I've been playing Kira. Every time I match against a Rev, I'm doing more than the Rev. And Rev, man, he just gets killed so much because he has no reprieve at all in his kit. You get ganked, you're 100% dead. You only have a blink. You don't have any other ability that can help you.
Yeah, that's fair, but
We haven't really talked about Rev's survival kit though.
Yeah, his
That's more into
survivability is
the
at all-time low.
I mean,
well,
if
that's
you
very on more of the support, but Rev as a standalone is nasty. Like a straight 1v1, Rev all day. Team fight, you know what? You take the threat, you ult them, you just run for your life, and you did your team a favor. What more can you ask for?
That's questionable because you're depriving your team of an entire ADC. Like
Right.
ADC does slap. Like you need to be in those team fights end game. Like it's a
Mhm.
necessity.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Part of the problem.
I wouldn't do that unless I feel like the best time to ult somebody is either if you know you can take their ADC, that's
Yeah.
good, or if you
Well,
can take their.
then it's super clutch at objective fights. If you ult their jungler, they can't smite the objective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
So there's
I'd
that
say his
too.
ultimate has a lot of potential. I mean, if you guys are saying his like bounty and his ramp up are insane, like I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen anything close to that.
Yeah, I'll
Rev.
play,
We can
I'll
fix
play-
that.
Yeah, I was
I'll
gonna.
play Raptor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see some of that, bro.
I will. Actually, after this, I'm in a brawl right now. So after this, I'll go into the training, and I will show you what he can do without Primordial and without Orb.
All right, gotcha.
It's still gonna be close, but if you have Primordial and Orb, you're doing over 1,600 damage on your last shot.
That's insane. All right,
It's ridiculous.
Rampage
Yeah, so
time.
we got Rampage out here. Rampage was in a pretty rough spot for a while, but since they have since they've adjusted the tank items, and especially since last patch, I'd put him high A tier right now because I've been playing him recently. And he's definitely he's a tanky boy, bro.
He's beefy.
Even
I'd say
yeah,
he's the tankiest character in the game.
for sure. Even when they build Tainted, like you just pop your ult, you can tower dive, bro. You can like dive into your entire enemy team. You focus down that ADC, like cause havoc in the backline and stuff. And
You gotta
Rampage
really
is
focus. You gotta really focus on the ADC though, cause like you're your team's initiator. You're the tankiest person. In my experience, like if a Rampage is diving one of my teammates in the team fight, that Rampage is not gonna have a fun day. If I have Demolisher built and Tainted, that Rampage just gets zero value out of that. But I think if you play him smart, use his health effectively, and you get in that ADC's face, I think you could be doing like a big service to your team.
Yeah, 100%. The fucking 3 business they stun on the rock, bro, is so clutch,
Oh
especially being
yeah,
able to
I
throw
forgot
it.
about that.
Like you can throw it literally across the entire map. It's almost as good as the Dekker ball.
Yeah, like Rampage, to quote the Marvel Avengers, you have a Hulk, I got a rock.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's basically a Hulk equivalent. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think, oof, man, putting him at the top A though.
bro, I would almost put him as because he's to me he reminds me of Khaimera. He's a dedicated jungler. Like you can't really play him in another role. Like, you can, but it's
I've
kind of
seen
mean.
Rampage
Talk about
support.
Yeah,
Rampage support is
it's no, it's not a thing. People do it, but it's not.
It's not a good
Don't
thing.
do it.
It's not a good thing. It's not a good habit to pick up. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't listen to me.
he's a dedicated jungler. He's because of his passive, the regen. I mean, pretty much the only skill shot is the rock. Besides that, you're just WP.
With the Khaimera renewal too, man, it's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, so I don't think he's too hard to pick up. You just gotta know when to throw that rock and make sure that you're landing them.
Yeah.
Phase. Phase. Fuck, I already know what I'm gonna say. But
I'm actually gonna. I will not say that she's an S or an A. She took me probably about 200 to 300 games to fully get her down. I would actually put her into B tier.
Yeah,
She's a strong healer.
I don't know, man. B is stretching it.
Yeah,
no,
I would say even C, dude.
Yeah,
I'd definitely put her above TB. Put her above TB for sure.
I am gonna have to say C just because she's outshined by like pretty much. Besides like small spoiler, maybe Muriel. Like pretty much every other ADC is gonna outclass her right now or supporting it.
Just doesn't bring enough to the table.
My big push with phase slotting into the B tier. It's once you get, I'm gonna say about 50 games, you're gonna kind of learn the link and how it really works. Because for my first 30 games of phase, I buff my link and I just attach it to my carry and be like, "Hey, I'm doing things." Because with phase's link, it's what I'm gonna call it a 7th item. An 8th item if you get all 3 objective Fang Twos.
Huh?
So it's a solid utility. Even if you're struggling to hit some of her abilities, if you got your link, you're still buffing your carry. The lance, if you're not hitting the roots, it's still an extremely nasty slow. And as well as the psychic flare, it's a good ability
Yeah,
just
the
to
blind is
burn. It just for the heal in itself, because if you get it maxed out, you have like a 6 to 9 second cooldown on healing,
Well, that's the
which is
thing, though.
straight nasty.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Is that,
that's why.
why would
Like,
the phase? Why would the phase even get in that type of range to use their blind? Like, I don't see any.
It's
Because
not.
at
It's
that
not
point,
even.
she's
You're
like,
not. No, you just burn it. You just burn it. Oh, my carry needs a little bit of health. I'm just burn one of my abilities to give them a heal.
well, yeah, that's why I think she's just outclassed by the other ones because
well,
you.
because like look at Zinx, man. Like,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you're gonna play the heal, then play Zinx.
Or even, I mean, Narbash even would probably be more effective because
true.
then, like,
Yeah.
if you're burning your abilities to heal the people, Narbash just needs his
Your
one
mana.
ability. He still has
Mana
the
drain.
thunk, and the speed boost.
It's just also with our passive, dude. Every time you're burning an ability, you get health. That's
Phase stun is also like you're stunning from a range. It's not like a Riktor where you pull them in.
Hmm.
Or like even a Zinx stun I would say is better because you already have tempo building up to that. A
Mhm.
phase you're sitting back behind your carry with your link just in case to pull.
yeah. That's the reason why I didn't say she's up there in
Yeah.
S and A. That's why I think it's a solid key pick.
Mhm.
It's just it takes a little bit of time to learn and being able to actually not really have to worry. And you have my favorite thing in the world, the oh shit handle.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's probably her best
Pull.
ability, but that's
The
like,
pull.
yeah, that's pretty much all she brings to the table in my opinion. Because like if you're picking Revenant too, like her ultimate's just useless.
Yes, dude.
I mean, yeah.
No offense, fight, but I hate when I play Rev and I get a phase because legit throwing phase is the worst.
Sparrow phase is the only thing I can think of.
Hmm.
Sparrow, yeah, phase is good with Sparrow, but honestly, I would rather have like a Riktor or a Steel on Sparrow. No offense to you, fight, but I think as a carry, I think phase is probably the least. Is the support that I want the least.
Second
there's
least,
nothing wrong with
in my opinion.
Mhm.
I respect that because that's what I'm saying. With Phase, it is a character you're gonna have to actually put time into.
right.
It's true. Yeah, that's why I'd have to put her in C. Like if you could
Like
just pick
yeah, you
her
put
up.
time into her and you don't get a whole lot from her.
Look,
Mhm.
I'm also biased. I got 600 plus games.
I know. That's it's okay.
It's unfortunate.
I think that's a fair rating.
So
Yeah,
so this is off
yeah,
topic. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Rev, I'm hitting max level with. Oh, I just hit 14. I hit 1500, right under 1500 with no primordial and no orb.
Yeah,
As level 18 Rev.
sounds about right.
Yeah, and
Good
I'm
lord,
hitting
Grammy.
1600, and that's on the fake dude. But
Okay,
Yeah,
might be a little nasty. Might
Mhm.
be.
yeah, let me see. I wonder if I can solo primal. I'll let you know.
Narbash.
Yeah, so we got good old Narby Bash here. Narbash has always been pretty solid. I would say he's pretty easy to pick up. He's not.
Oh man,
Yeah, I don't actually know if I would
it's
say he's
rough.
easy to pick up.
It's rough.
He in terms of utility, like what he brings to your team, he's super good. Because he has his ultimate, which is the slow and then the knockup. You can interrupt it relatively easily, but he's also got the thunk, which is a ranged auto attack stun for like just like 2 seconds. It's pretty crazy.
it's
And
pretty
then
insane.
that speed boost for the team and the minions, as well as the healing. I still because of how difficult, I wouldn't say difficult, but the time it takes to learn him to get good, you kind of have to put a decent amount of time into him. So I'll probably put him at the bottom of B tier.
I would say
Um,
as a dedicated duo lane player that specializes in carry, I think Narbash is a little bit lackluster compared to other characters in the sense of his stun. His stun is good. It's a little bit hard to hit, and like in a Riktor sense, it's way easier to hit than a Riktor pull, but it's still, the skill
Yeah,
level is there to be able to hit it.
for sure.
And I feel like as a carry, I'm constantly poking Narbash for free. Him and Steel,
It's true.
but a little bit more so Narbash since he doesn't have that dash to get in your face. His initiation is a little bit weak apart from his stun that you have to hit in the first place.
Yeah, anytime you're playing a melee support in the duo lane, I think that
Yeah.
adds just like an extra cap of skill ceiling that you have to kind of get over, because you have to play very specifically and patiently, and kind of just wait for opportunities to come up to use your
Again
stuff.
again, like if you're playing to heal your carry as a support, Zinx is always the best alternative to heal your carry. Narbash heal is good, and it's there. It's just his kit is again melee, so it's a little. You're taking a gamble there, As a new player, it's gonna be hard for you to adjust your positioning and learn all the ranges and such
True.
with the ability trades.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody
yeah,
else?
yeah.
Sweet. All right. So Muriel, this one's gonna hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie,
Trash
because
can.
I enjoy Muriel, but she's just not there right now. Not only does you would think it's not rocket science to pick up a Muriel, but like every fucking Muriel I play with doesn't know how to use her kit. Maybe it's I don't know. So they're using like the bubble shield offensively to clear minion
Yeah.
waves and
I was about to say they be using her shield pack.
yeah. So like I mean, I don't know, on paper she's not rocket science to pick up, but even if she wasn't, it's like it's just, she's good.
Okay, I'll accept it, man.
I-
Put her in D. Before the nerf, I would say don't put her in D.
But that
After this nerf,
global ult though. That global
you do got a
ult.
point.
Gotta know when to use
But
it.
yeah, but if
Yeah.
that's the only ability you're using,
Well, no,
like,
because I mean, if you ult, even if it's like
yeah, you all
like I played, I unironically think that Muriel offlane is actually semi-viable even in ranked, just like if you know how to play her, because it's an instant rotation to like team fights. You can go in on a team fight 5v4, and then all of a sudden, Reversal of Fortune is a pretty good name for the ultimate. You got like an extra 1500, 2000 health on top of your whole team.
Again, that adds a whole nother skill level with the universal ult.
It's
And
true.
you need to
That's true.
you need to be looking at your mini map, the whole map. As a new player, I would not think to look at my mini map as much as I do now as a more experienced player. So I think Muriel was like, you're gonna have to know how to play the game a little bit before you pick her up.
That's
with all the
true.
rotations.
I mean, like I'm looking at the list, and like I don't even. There's not very many D tier heroes that I can even anticipate coming up. So
I
I
really think
guess
she's the only D tier viable character.
I guess I would. It hurts my soul, Muriel. I'm sorry. Elmeta, give my girl some love, please.
She was like the most
I guess
mundane character ever. Like, why are we
I think she's good. Like
she wasn't even up there.
her kit
So
is
She's
potentially
she wasn't
good, but
special.
yeah, she just doesn't. It's not potent enough, I don't think.
It is what it is.
Yeah, so Mori,
though,
I personally, we fucking hate Morigesh out here, but because she's so easy,
If we hate her,
she's,
she has to be good. Like, we're not gonna hate her
yeah,
because she's shit.
exactly, that's true.
She's earned her spot in A tier.
Yeah, she's probably the easiest character in the whole game to just pick up and play. You literally just lock on and press buttons and kill people. There's not much to it. The only thing that you have to even consider is your positioning.
Yeah.
Because of that, though, in the higher tiers especially, I think she's relatively easy to lock down. But Mori is definitely a menace in the lower ranks. It's just super annoying, hard to play against if you don't know how to counter her specifically. So I'd probably guess the middle of A tier, probably ahead of Zarus.
Yeah, I would agree
I
with
have,
you
Yeah.
above Zarus.
I have a question, boys.
What's up?
Am I blind or where's Sparrow?
We haven't. Oh shit!
No,
There is no
she.
spare in here. Is there?
No Sparrow or Race.
Oh.
Oh, you messed up the tier
Ghost.
list.
Ghost. Oh no, I didn't proof it.
Now you gotta edit it in.
Yeah, I'll edit it in a minute. I
That's
guess
fine.
we
That's
can
fine.
finish with
Let's
them.
just carry on.
Yeah.
Sparrow and Wraith. Wraith
Yep.
D, Sparrow's A. I meant S. I think Wraith's
We'll get there. We'll do
Oh,
those last.
Kira's not in there
Oh
either.
yeah. Can one of you, Sammy, can you go through all the heroes and make sure figure out which ones are missing? I'd appreciate it. Or
Yeah,
any of you.
third.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those three. Okay.
You have Dekker.
We'll do that
How do I?
afterwards. We'll do that after. Let's do that after.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's move
All
on
right.
to Belica.
Yeah, Belica. So
She's pretty
she's
high up there, in my opinion.
yeah, but she's not very. You have to
Skill
play.
ceiling, though.
Yeah, skill ceiling. I
Good
mean,
top
I would. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
Solid
true.
base.
She only because like once you play like 20, 30 games with her, she'd probably be high A. Probably mid A, but
I mean, if you know how to play Belica, she's. I
yeah,
would
the
say she's
stun is
probably
super
pretty-
clutch.
Yeah.
Not only
Her
because you
damage
can.
output.
Yeah, I mean her damage output, especially in the early game, she takes a decent amount to come online. Her early game clear is pretty dog shit, but especially in the
She does
late game.
get. She gets really good setups with her carry early game. She can get that poke.
Yeah, I think she's also good in the mid lane. I almost think she's better mid lane than a support. I have strong opinions on Argus and Belica support mostly because of their kits.
Yeah.
Most people just pick them because they have the stun, like which is nice. But if you're looking at somebody like Zinx, Narbash, like even Muriel, they all bring more utility. Basically Argus and Belica just bring a stun and then you're W king or trying to deal damage, which I don't think you
Agreed.
should really be doing as a support.
Yeah. And then that's the thing about Zinx is she brings damage as well as bringing a shit ton of utility.
Sounds like you just switched to your potato talking mic, but
Question. I'll let you know who you're missing now or later on.
we'll finish it off.
Okay.
With the missing ones. So yeah, anybody else have anything to add on
Nope.
Belly?
Nope.
All right, then we got Big Wang Kwang. Specifically because he's one of the higher skill ceiling heroes. I don't know. He's not. What's up? What's up?
Salty or something. We're in the middle of recording a video.
Oh, whoops.
You're good. He's not rocket science to pick up. Like his right click with the shield is pretty forgiving, and then having the tether as well. It's not super hard to land, but when you get into like doing those entire kit combos, probably takes a decent amount to get used to, and that's where his skill ceiling potential starts to kind of go away from the newer players. I would probably say the end of A tier because he's just so tanky, and he fits really well into a lot of team comps because he does magic damage instead of physical, so you can bring him off or jungle if you need that extra bit of magic damage.
Low A is reasonable.
Anybody else?
Aim anytime soon.
About Kwang.
Nothing on Kwang. He's in a solid spot.
Yeah, we're gonna do the custom in probably about an hour, I would say. The pace we're going.
Okay, I'm just in a game at the moment, so I was just jumping in to see what was going on with everyone.
Oh yeah.
Get me excited for this custom.
Yeah,
I just want to
well,
get through the tier list, man.
yeah, I'll hit you
I'll
up.
do an announcement.
Yeah,
Khaimera, man. Khaimera.
it's
Leroy
true.
Jenkins.
Good old Kai, bro.
Damn Kai, bro. It's just Kai.
Gotta put him in the S.
Yeah,
Yo, no, hold on.
no, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree on the S. We'll go for you can go first, Simbi.
dude.
I think in terms of easiness to pick up, he's S, but like I think his value though.
Nah, because
Late
like
game,
He's got a
because, like, late
built-in
game
cleanse
though.
as well. Like, so he makes like Aurora's ults, like, and a lot of other like CC and everything. Like,
yeah,
just
exactly.
click one button and boom, he's CC and
I'm not gonna lie,
He
even
doesn't
in
ramp. He doesn't ramp as much as other
if
junglers.
if you're good with the cleanse, he does. Because like even if you build tainted, bro, like I've gotten like hundreds of HP regen in like prolonged team fights and stuff. He's got
Like,
crazy sustain. Build him as a bruiser. There's a reason he's a noob slayer in the lower ranks. Like he definitely becomes less viable the higher you go, but he's still like I still tear up with him in platinum.
yeah, dude. Sorry, Kai. See target, kill target, run away. Next target.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Very simple.
Yeah,
simplistic
simple,
character.
easy, and probably one of the better characters to learn jungle with as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like for example, if like the reason he's like we rampage at the top of A tier, but in a 1v1, I think Khaimera is one of the most rampages.
Yeah.
Really comes down to like whoever builds the anti-heal first kind of thing as well.
Mm.
Tainted guard or something.
Kallari. So
very niche. Very niche.
Yeah, there's a fine line. Like if you get stuffed over at the early game, there's very
I
rarely
would say
coming
this
back.
is one of the hardest characters to pick up.
yeah, I
If
agree.
not the hardest.
As a
Dude,
Kallari
I got like
main,
over. Yeah, man, I got like over 2,500 hours on her, and yeah, it takes some time. Even I have some
exactly.
rough games.
Yeah, because of the skill ceiling potential, like I said, she's probably the highest skill ceiling hero in the game. If you're really good with her, bro, facing like a good Kallari is the most annoying thing that you'll ever experience in this game, and it will make you want to tear your hair out and fucking uninstall, bro. Like, but
Yeah.
but because of that skill ceiling, I don't know. Like it even took me like I have fucking like thousands of hours between Paragon in this game, and like what's his face said, I still have bad games myself. You have to play her very specifically. Make sure you either die trying or delete their ADC out of the fights. Basically go all in and then
Go
get the
for the
fuck out.
squishies, like the mages, the mid lanes, or the carries and everything. Get your main priorities. Cause
I think it catered to new players. I think you should avoid this character.
Yeah, if you're a new player, take a bit of time and learn other ones before you pick her up. But I'm gonna have to put her like in the middle of A tier because
Whoa, okay.
no.
Hold on.
Sorry. Oh, come on now.
I will settle on a C.
Same.
But I'll settle on C.
Well, all right, because
B tier at least. High B.
we'll do the middle of B only
We're putting him
because
above Sevarog?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
In the jungle, yeah.
Okay.
I would beast them with Sevarog early. Bro wouldn't be able to get to those 30 minutes and be
I'm
over.
telling you, it's the Kallari main bias.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's
Little
true.
tiny. Little tiny bit.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a little bit,
Kallari
but
is really good. I know he's good. It's just
I mean, okay, the one bad thing about, like, in my opinion, the one bad thing about a Sevarog jungle, like, I'm loving to see a Sevarog jungle because majority of the time, when doing red buffs or big buffs like that, they're not going to hunt it. They're going to try and go for the stack, so you can just run up and steal it majority of the time. It's just a little thing that every Sevarog does, I reckon. Is just like they're always trying to get that stack. And a red buff's 5 stacks, so they're not going to want to miss out on that by hunting it.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a pretty easy steal.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah,
good old Glizzy and Scorch. What?
Have you guys done?
Maybe I would say he's just a bit better than Belica.
He's come down a couple notches since the last patch. He was really good, but they did hit him with the nerf hammer pretty hard. He's probably the best objective hero in the game because of the zoning with the turrets and stuff like that. He can basically he can solo orb at fucking like 6 minutes or 7 minutes. As well as Fangtooth. It's not recommended, especially if you don't have your jungler, but he can do it.
I would say put him at the bottom of A. Although I don't understand why he would ever go under Terra though.
I don't know,
Like
because
Terra's a bit.
he also takes a decent. You can't really just pick him up and be good with him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Put him at the top of B. Like not A, but the top of B. I'd say he's better than.
I remember
Belica
first
in
game of
this
Iggy
case.
that I had, man. I went like fucking 1 in 10 or something like that. I hated him. Then the second game of Iggy, I actually like popped off with him. I was like, oh, I guess it still kept getting a bit annoying, like cards and everything like that, and what to try to build him with.
Mhm.
Can we
Yeah,
revisit the Terra?
I think
Can we
the
revisit
middle
the Terra
was.
decision?
Why?
The Terra decision is a bit like
Terra?
we're really putting her above the Belica.
I'd say a good
And-
Terra would like
Yeah.
wreck your team. Because like we just
Yeah.
had that last game, like dude, we had an enemy Terra man. She was like full carrying their team.
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate draw, especially in the CC heavy meta, like you literally you can't. She's just because of that alone. Honestly, it's so close. You just can't CC here.
Yeah.
I just had a Drongo game just before I went for like 32-5 just then, but like it was just their Terra that was just hunting us.
Mhm. Yeah, so I think that's fair. Yeah, we'll do. So yeah, we got Howie.
Late game Howie, bro. Late game Howie slaps. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
For
I'd say
sure.
a good Howie's terrifying.
For
Honestly,
sure, but Howie
doesn't scare me. He doesn't scare me. If it's a
he definitely scares
Yeah,
me.
better scary Howie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I would
his
put him
overall
a little bit
kit.
above Narbash.
His overall kit is like it
Put him
takes some
between
getting used
Iggy
to.
and Kallari.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes some getting used to. But besides that, his overall kit is super good. He's got a bit of CC. He's got an escape or an engage with his ultimate. On top of just dealing a shit ton of damage.
He's one of the
The
safer mid laners.
Yeah, the range and the damage on the rocket, especially like with combustion. Oh my goodness, bro, it's like a quarter of your health if you're the opposite mid laner.
Yeah.
That is true. That is nasty.
It is. That's evil. Grux.
Anybody else?
Grux has to go into F.
Grux
No,
top of A.
no, he's
Hear me out
been.
now. Hear me out now, Cal. Okay?
Wait,
Yeah.
smash and grab A tier.
Yeah. He's simple to pick up. If you want to learn
Yeah.
how to build attack speed and ability haste, go to town and make people go home and cry about it.
That's true.
I would quite honestly put him between Mori and Zarus.
I'm gonna
he
so
ramps
because
better.
he's been hit with so many nerfs recently. He's just like personally when I like
It seems like it doesn't matter.
yeah, I mean it started to matter. Like the other ones were
He's
kind
got
of
a
slaps on their
built-in
wrist.
Omnivamp too.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing. If I'm going against an offlane Grux, I build tainted first item, and like literally, I can dunk on him with almost any hero.
Hold on. How many new players are gonna know about tainted items though?
That's true. That's true. That's why.
Again, like you're not gonna just jump into it. I mean, that's what I did. I fucking played a shit ton of bot games and just like learnt the card system first before, like just trying to like reading the cards and everything. That's what I did personally.
I would say I'd put Grux above Terra. He just ramps way more.
Yeah, but what if Terra pops her ult, bro?
Speaking of like
in a 1v1,
Grux ult though.
Yeah, the Grux ult would probably shred her.
Yeah, just
in a 1v1 he would probably beat. Although like that's what I'm saying. The steal that I went against, like as Grux, bro, he completely just shredded me. Like there was nothing I could do the entire game. I built like to specifically counter him. I built like Basilisk, built on all these anti-tank items.
If I see a group, I need a stiff drink because I know it's gonna be that kind of game.
That's fair. Yeah, I think that's the fair stop. So Grim, absolutely not, bro. You're smoking crack. Even after he's been nerfed so many times, he deals so much damage, bro.
This guy.
Yeah, I could give it an S. Solid S.
The only
that's slow, dude. The slow on the basic attacks, man. Once he starts hitting you, you're dead. You're gone.
Exactly.
If he hits his shots.
100%. If he gets a small lead on you, bro, just a tiny lead.
That's all it takes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's gonna snowball.
What about Drongo? Have you guys done Drongo yet?
Not
I
yet.
feel like
He's coming up.
I don't agree with the
The-
S pick. I just don't, man. The new nerf, man. Maybe before
It definitely helped, but he's still banned in probably like 40% of most of my ranked matches in Platinum.
Yeah.
It's either
He is a
Aurora,
highly
Zarus,
banned ranked
or Grim. So I
I
mean
think he should
the
just be
bottom
picked up.
of A tiers or S tiers probably. I don't know. Would anybody object to the top of A?
I would not object to that. I think that's where he should be. Is that at the top of A?
Just
I don't know.
'Cause, like,
I
he's
mean,
your
he
like-
well, so he
Bruh.
does he does have the skill ceiling. True. It's not very easy to pick him up. You got to be really clutch with the bubble shield to know which abilities to block. And then because he doesn't have any mobility, I guess the proper way would be
He's a big refrigerator,
there.
dude.
Yeah, he does have the big ass hitbox as well. That's true.
Grayson.
All right,
He's
good
a-
old
he's a fucking-
Chadstone.
Chadstone. Oh my god. He's just a wall, man. He's just gonna WQ
Yeah.
his lane. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, and dude, I mean,
There's a lot of
if you
mixed
can CC lock him though, his ult kind of like, it just depends if he does get his ult off or not.
Who we talking about?
Greystone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Another is somebody easy to play with.
Some people say he's really, really good. Some people say he's alright.
I
Well, I
would
guess
put
Snake Eyes would be
him.
good.
Yeah, I'd put him above like Zarus and Grux because like I mean, I don't know. I can 1v1 a Grux as Greystone, especially as level 1 with the make way.
Yeah,
Um,
especially with your
He's very good early game though. His early game in off lane
Well,
is probably the best.
once Grux drops his entire kit on a Greystone, pops his ult, and then boom, it's like round 2. Like you got to fight him pretty much
I
full
would
health
put him
again.
in A tier because most of the people who play him fucking suck.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Finding a good
that's
Greystone,
true.
finding a
He's
good Greystone's the difficulty right there.
They,
But
they just balls to the wall, and then when they're about to die, ult, and then
Greystone like jungler, man.
everybody's
That's-
waiting for that
that's
ult to
good.
go away, and then he just gets crushed.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's forgiving.
They get,
He's
or
got.
they get CC before they can do it, and they just die.
Well,
He's very
let's-
beginner friendly too. Second
He
life
is.
movement.
But he's punishable. He's very easily punishable.
Yeah, so yeah, I think middle of A tier is fair. Yeah.
Sevarog and B tier is based.
Mhm.
It's also at a new player.
Same with Shinbi. Shimbi's one of the best offlaners IMO.
We're doing based off like new player.
Oh, new player?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's accurate.
Alrighty. Gideon.
Well, if this is the case, now I put Greystone lower because people who play him fucking suck.
Well,
What?
he's
Alright.
beginner friendly though. He has movement. He has defense.
He's decent for new players to play. They're gonna have a chance to learn them, you know.
Yeah, no, this tier list is it's based off of not just their overall viability, but how easy they are to pick up as a new player.
Yeah. I mean, I can see Greystone being easy to pick up. Like, easy to learn, hard to master.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Gideon.
All right, Gideon.
Has like a whole bunch of everything to be honest.
Gideon.
Yeah, he's.
Balanced.
I mean, he's been nerfed
His
a bit
abilities are hard to
recently.
hit regardless. They take a bit of
Yeah.
practice to get
His
those down.
movement is forgiving though. So
Yeah, he's
I'd
probably
say the
the.
hardest to hit.
I'd say I'd put him above Belly. I'd put him at the top of B in my opinion.
Yeah, I would
I
say
don't
the
think
top
he's-
would be.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's
B would be
really in the
appropriate.
range. Yeah.
The team fight ult and the
Yeah, his ultimate.
So you think Twinblast,
Who's-
Muriel, and FaZe are the hardest to play?
hold on.
No, they're just shit. They're just shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We're gonna
Can't
fight
really say
later.
much after that.
We're fighting later. Get ready. Gloves are coming off.
Gadget.
Cal, does Hannah know she's been playing Hunt Showdown for 3 days straight?
I don't know if the laptop's on. I got my fucking things trying to fit in the background, so I kind of gotta finish this up. But all right. So yeah, Gideon's he's just overall solid. Gadget is very similar to Gideon. I think her stuff is easier to land, like the hats that she throws out with the lock on are more potent than Gideon's Q. If you do the combo with Gideon, it's a little bit better, but I think Gadget has better utility,
I agree.
a better overall
He has more
ultimate.
accessible CC.
Yeah, she's basically a turtle. Like if you try and gank her, you're it's like
You're
those
gonna get fucked.
those
You're gonna
yeah
have a
those
fun time.
poison deal things that like spray the poison at you or whatever. I forget the name of them, but she's pretty spicy and hard to gank because of that. So I'd say
Yeah, she can be. I mean, if she's throwing tower and she's used her abilities, that's a really good opportunity for a jungle.
she takes a decent amount of time to learn. So I'll put her right behind Mori in that aspect, but she definitely once you're better, maybe we'll dunk on Mori's all day.
Wouldn't Mori be S tier? I feel like she's the easiest character to play.
Yeah, but
She doesn't bring in as much value. That's
she
the
only
thing.
brings so much.
Yeah, like compared to like a Gideon ult, a Morigesh ult's just a single target. Like
Yeah.
there's not really a big team
It's a good
effort.
command. That's literally all it is.
Hive,
Feng
hive,
Mao.
hive, 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 mark, hive,
Feng
hive,
Mao.
mark, hive.
Exactly.
Hey, I have a
C
question
tier.
for you real fast.
Yeah, what's up,
Feng
Sam?
Mao?
Oh, dude, Feng
Hold up.
Mao is actually like if you
Feng
can
Mao's
get good with
really
Feng
good.
Mao, bro, he's dangerous, man.
I play with a GM guy. He plays Feng Mao. It is the I love his carry.
But
Makes
Good
your skin
He just
crawl.
carries all
is,
games. He
is
carries every game.
terrifying, but he's not noob
It is.
friendly.
yeah, no, he's
not at all.
that's his biggest downfall. I've got I'm starting to get on like 50 games with him. I'm just starting to
He
to
got
like
buffed
get
as
good.
shit. He is insane this update.
No, he didn't. They pretty much left him alone. I don't think they did much besides a couple item tweaks.
Mana.
He's
is
just
dominating jungle right now.
Yeah,
Some of the
because
items or something.
probably because of the skin, a lot of people are picking him back up. But he's always
I would
been
put him above Kwang for sure.
yeah,
It's
no.
like Feng Mao's skin.
I put him
Okay,
above
so-
Kwang.
So like I think
Easily
if
right
you sorry, hold on, go ahead, Sam.
We'll do it.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say I just got back. I was trying
Oh,
to get some
okay.
stuff from my.
Okay.
Anyways, I just got back and I was looking at the list. I see Grim is at the top of A tier, and I sent a screenshot in the Pred General. And if you want to go look at that, I think Rev should be. I think Rev and Grim should switch places only because, like you see in that screenshot, that's without a crest and orb, and I was hitting at 1600.
But because like if we're talking about full build like 1v1 situation, I think Grim is just gonna shred you before you can even get like
Yeah.
2 or 3 shots
Yeah.
off. Like he's
Yeah.
just gonna delete you before you even realize what's going on. Just
I
like
think
the
Rev
attack
runs-
speed and the output that he's able to dish out.
That's fair. That's fair.
For Feng Mao, I think he's just too like he's up there probably with Kallari as maybe the second hardest to learn hero because you have to time the executions for your ultimate almost
Yeah.
perfectly. And you have to be really strategic with your ability. Like you can't necessarily use your dash to engage all the time. A lot of the time you have to just like go in, deal damage, and use it to get out. But he's got crazy burst potential. If you're good with him, you can literally get multiple pentakills pretty regularly in the right situation. I've seen some absolutely crazy Feng Mao plays, but he just takes a lot of practice. So I'd put him in the top of B tier just because of that, but he's super strong right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, then we got a good old Drongo, the radiated.
Hitter.
Well, I mean, he hits hard, but
He dominates the ADC right now. Like
Sammy, we're missing Murdoch too. If you haven't gotten him, I just realized that.
Yeah, I'd say that's the only one else you're missing besides the one where you talked
shit,
about.
this tier list is racist.
It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, Drongo's definitely super strong right now. I might put him above Grim.
I would put him somewhere in A because like
A.
the amount of damage that he does and like
Critical damage and the damage over time is crazy.
and
Yeah,
the hit spot
With
for the
Vanquisher,
boomerang
that's
is
almost
so
guaranteed kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his ultimate can also be used to like create distance, and just deals a ton of damage. Infernum on him, stacked on top of his passive dot, I think is super potent. So
Very
I
beginner-friendly
would,
ADC all around.
yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't say he's like the most. I wouldn't say he's extremely beginner friendly because like you have to know what build to have with him in order to
Right,
use
yeah,
him
okay.
the best.
Yeah, the builds are a bit.
Yeah, so I'd say right next to Grim at the top of A. Probably fair.
We were putting him above. Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
Mm.
Where's Oh no, okay, there she is.
There's a couple of heroes that we have to add at the end.
Dekker should be C just because of her ball.
What?
What?
Good fucking luck with that thing.
What are you're actually smoking crack?
Isn't this about noob friendliness?
It's
That
not.
ball is not noob friendly.
It's not hard. It's not that.
Yeah, it's not super hard. It's a lot easier than a Riktor hook.
Dekker's easier to pick up than phase.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. She's very beginner friendly with her survivability. I put her at A.
Yeah, especially
fuck
like
out.
I build Galaxy Grease first item on her, and it's literally like Galaxy Grease plus Dekker is the most fun that you can have in a video game. I swear, bro.
Yeah.
Like you just jump over them, smash them with the ball, like cage them. They can't come after you, bro. They're just sitting there fuming. It's like it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, many a games.
He does have that skill ceiling for sure, though. Not just because of the ball, but like just her entire kit. If you combo everything together, she's a lot more viable. Like hit him with the stun, drop the ultimate on top, follow up with the laser, and then cage him. And you're gonna be in for a rough time if you go through that combo. So she has been nerfed like so many times. I had Fike was there for the legendary Dekker game where he was support and I was carry Dekker and I had like 110k damage one game. But they've definitely done away with that, unfortunately. So she basically does next to no damage anymore. But the utility is just so good that he's probably one of the best supports. Next to what's her face, Zinx, I'd say.
I could say
between
an A tier
Zarus
for
and
Dekker.
Greystone. Yeah, middle of A tier.
If it wasn't carried to new players, it's for sure an S.
One of the only games I had with Dekker, there was a Serath running up the stairs on mid lane next to River, and I threw the ball at that like wall that's next to the staircase, and it bounced off it, went up the stairs, and stunned the Serath. We killed her.
Yeah, bro. If you look on my YouTube, I have literally the craziest Dekker ball ever. I don't want to like
clipped it.
sit
It
here
was in
and
the server too. I had witnesses.
I believe
Yeah,
it.
I can
but-
get
have witnesses.
Oh, crunch.
Yeah, good old crunchy boy. Yeah, I know there's a lot of crunch enjoyers in here.
He takes. This is just from personal experience. He takes 100 games in order for you to know like all of his viable combos.
Crunch is super simple to pick
Dude,
up.
okay, my first time I playing with Crunch because I refused to play him, man. I ended up just creating a little account just to kind of like muck around with him and everything.
You really have to.
And
like,
dude,
if you're into
he's
fighting games. Pick him.
Yeah, dude, he really isn't. As long as you can count to 3, you're okay. You're good.
That's true. You just gotta keep track of where you're at in your combo.
I think a lot of players of Crunch, like, most of the ones I see don't know how important it is to have that third attack and which attack to use.
Yeah,
Like,
either the uppercut,
I've seen
the
people
cleave for the extra damage, or
miss
the
the
dash.
third right click and they could have like shoved them in the turret and killed them.
Yeah,
Like all you had to do is press E before right click and you would have gotten a turret kill.
yeah. The amount of people that kind of forget about the whole, oh wait, the dash is useless.
Right,
It's
right.
like, dude,
And
like,
and Q is useless buff too. It's only good for minions or
Yeah.
multiplayer fight.
Yeah, I think Crunch is pretty much he doesn't bring a lot to like your team fights. He's basically just a 1v1 hero.
He's scary though. He
that's
pops out a jungle wall. You want to get the fuck out of there. You don't want
That's
to deal with him.
true.
He's big too. He's a body blocker, bro. He'll
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a
an
good thing. It
annoying
means he's
squeal.
easy to hit. As if you're at carry, they're gonna shred your ass.
I understand
Like
he's-
in a 1v1 situation, Crunch. I don't know if there's anybody that could take Crunch in a 1v1 in the entire game, to be honest. But Like
Grux
that's yeah, probably true.
Khaimera
I mean, I don't know. It depends. If you get those perfect combos, like I've been stun locked by someone who
That's what
does
I
an
mean, is
upper
like
the
a
double
Kai just
uppercut.
has to press their ability. Crunch has to time his abilities.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's more
I
skill
would.
ceiling though with Crunch.
It's all
Yeah,
about timing with him. Like you gotta memorize how the cycle works with him, and it takes a while to get used to.
let's say the top of
Easy to
B
pick
tier
up, bro.
is I'd say the top of B tier is
Easy
pretty
to learn,
good.
hard to master.
Holy shit!
What's up?
Sorry, I just found I think probably one of the most broken rev. But I found a new rev build, and it's
But,
kind of
Sammy,
so when we get to these last couple of heroes, I'm gonna just edit out the part of me adding them, so we're not gonna waste that
Are you
time to
recording
anybody
this?
watching. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's my
I'm
next YouTube
recording.
video.
Oh, FBI, do not look into me.
Okay.
oh my god, he had to say it.
Way to blow our cover, bro. Thanks.
All right.
All right. Good old Countess.
Bro,
I still struggle to play Countess, man, and I've tried.
Countess is a lot of fun to play.
Run up in with
She's
beginner stuff.
she's
I feel like
fun.
she
I've seen a resurgence of Countess players in the last couple of days. I feel like people are just getting their Twitch drops and checking her out again. I don't.
Squishy. The
Yeah.
biggest problem is that she's
I was
very
playing with her before the
squishy.
Twitch drop.
You really got to teleport, get really fast attacks in, get your ult in, and then back the fuck out with your teleport ability. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're
she's
fucked.
similar to Crunch and Kallari in that she's just a 1v1 assassin. Basically, you have to focus the squishy heroes, and that's basically all she brings
take
to the
ADC
game.
out or you're taken out.
I think she could be viable. Like she's not bad in the jungle. Like she can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, in the lower rank, she doesn't have much mobility. In the lower ranks, you can get away with juking people with the Q, but in the higher ranks, people kind of expect it.
Oh, yeah, they know when it's coming. Same with Crunch's right click. They just see it.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. On top of she's not just somebody that you can really pick up and play. I honestly think like bottom of C is probably pretty fair. I just don't think she brings too much. Anybody disagree?
I do.
Mhm.
I disagree.
I
think it should be
don't.
higher.
I still
Yes.
don't understand Countess to this day, and I've played at least 30, 40 games with her, I think.
Oh man, she's easy, bro.
Assassin Gabur.
She just said she assassin character. Somebody you just got to get in and get out with.
Yeah.
That
If you can
dash.
play Kallari pretty well, I reckon you can pull
You
up
got to do a
Countess.
lot of poke damage until it's time to finish the kill.
You have
Yeah,
like
but I
3
would
seconds
say
between that teleport. You got to do every attack in that 3 seconds and then teleport out.
Kallari's better because she's gonna be better in the early game. Countess takes longer to come online, and then Kallari also I
Kallari
think
can
has
go
more
invisible.
survivability. Yeah, he's a lot more mobile. Or she, sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to argue with me. I'll take it up later, but I think
We'll
that's
have
fair.
we'll have a physical.
Maybe I'm
fist
just
fight later on
a
about this.
Countess hater, but all right, Aurora.
World War.
I
S tier.
think yeah.
Yep, S tier.
I would
Easiest hero to play in the
say
entire game.
I wouldn't say easy.
All you have to do is jump your ice wall and you can
Yeah,
and she's invincible.
it's not rocket science to like ice wall out, but knowing like the different places to ice wall, there's a lot of places that people wouldn't necessarily expect. That kind of does add an extra skill ceiling to her, and her
Like, if you're good with
ultimate.
steel wall.
Yeah, her
Door
biggest
wall.
kryptonite is the cleanse crest for the support.
For CCs,
Basically
for all.
anytime on the support, I always build the cleanse crest when they have an aurora. And it basically negates everything.
Negates
Yeah,
too.
if I'm gonna
Fuck him.
1v1, Legacy is another good one because it gives you like the magical armor and the cleanse at 40% health.
Her Fire Blossom fucks her up real bad with the area damage.
Yeah, unfortunately though,
Fight
she
in that ice
just
circle when she does it, and you can fuck her up with Fire Blossom.
yeah, she's definitely counterable, but she's just like if you build her tanky, she has so much tank, she's got so much CC. The cooldown on her damage, little ice, whatever it is, floor, is just really good for poking, especially in off lane. Super mobile, so I would say above Kai and S tiers.
I would say too mobile. She's very pussy friendly. If you're
Yeah.
a pussy and you play this, you play Aurora.
That's true. That's
You
true.
do not fight anybody. You just run away.
That's why she's good in offlane. You can just get out of the gank situations and basically just not care about
I
if
guess,
you get
but
ganked or not.
ward your offlane because jungle ain't gonna help you.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, good old Argy boy.
He's probably the nastiest mid laner, but
Yeah, he's
at all.
he's really good. No, he's
His stamina management
definitely.
is something else.
No. Cal,
I mean,
whenever
late.
people stop taking Argus support, I will say he's an A tier.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like him in the support role, but even as a mid laner, the CC, the damage that he has, plus the ult too. Like a lot of the times, I'll just use the ult because it does so much damage. I'll just use it in team fights to chase people
Yeah,
down.
you can clear your lane just with an ult.
Yeah.
You can get that person the fuck out of there. But like I said, his stamina management, like if you're new to the game and like most characters don't really rely on stamina management too much besides like
Oh, if
rage.
you follow the recommended build, especially in mid lane, it's rough early game, especially if you just hold down your beam shit, whatever it is
You
on
have to know
consoles.
like the mana items to get. Like if you
Oh
just
yeah,
go
that's
in
the
blind, you're gonna
recommended.
run out of stamina in the first fight, in the first like 3 minutes with him.
That's why you just follow the recommended build.
When you kept on saying like stamina, I kept on thinking that we're like talking about a different game.
Yeah,
Or something.
mana.
I get confused because physical based characters technically use stamina, and magic based characters use mana.
He's also he's not easy to pick up, but he's not too hard. Especially with just being able to stun like a gank that's coming to you.
We need a brawl tier list.
That AoE attack is huge. Like you can hit anything with that.
Yeah, I think above Mori in the middle of A is probably pretty fair.
If we were making a brawl tier list, he'd be S tier.
Yes.
Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna unedit here. We'll start. Restart here. So we got all the missing heroes. I guess it was just a bunch of ADCs. So we'll start with Sparrow.
A tier.
Hmm.
Bro, her ultimate, man, you can't knock her ultimate.
I mean, she has such a good variety of build options.
No,
I would put her in A just because she does
doesn't
really
have
well
that
with a
many
lot of
build
different items.
options. I don't know. You can only really build hers on head. I think crit isn't nearly as viable.
Crit is just...
Can I
CK, how many games do you have?
The Sparrow?
Just in general ADC.
I don't know.
I have a
Talk here.
If I say I don't know, you can expect the number to be quite high.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I think Grim's. I don't know. I would almost put her ahead of Grim.
I would say Sarah.
I would.
100%. I probably.
Snipe shot, bro. Snipe shot.
Yeah,
I think Grim's ult is better just because of the range.
No, absolutely not.
I feel like you have to have movement speed, otherwise you're gonna lag behind eventually with the.
We can't. No,
Stop
while you're
just
ahead.
run like what's
CK,
it called? Fucking what's that green bloody bow and arrow or something for carries? Gives you attack speed and movement speed.
Oh yeah, no, Dust Devil.
Wait, can you not?
Yeah, Dust Devil.
I mean, it gives you more range. Or else it gives her range.
Yeah, but if I have my speed and I'm not attacking, she slows down.
No,
Yeah, but it's team fight. It is team fight. Why would you not shoot and back?
I mean,
yeah,
I've accidentally
ultimate,
like just altered as Sparrow and accidentally got no head up.
Yeah, her ultimate is
Galaxy Breeze or something. She could have movement speed with the ult.
Let's go one at a time. I think.
Whoa, Galaxy Greaves on Sparrow is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Nah.
Bro, please, no.
Fucking Nike Airs on her.
Stop.
I don't care.
Stop.
Yeah. Your opinion is invalidated on Sparrow. The Sparrow slander, I will not tolerate.
I
can't even give an example without getting roasted.
Well, no.
Galaxy Greaves is
I
the
can't
end,
even.
bro.
No, it's literally just supposed to be an example of movement speed being put on a character.
Alright, let's go one at a
At
time.
least put Guy agrees on or something instead if you're gonna go for the movement speed part.
It's like I said,
No.
movement speed item. It
No.
doesn't matter what it is.
Okay, well, movement it's not
Can we
really.
move on?
Yeah, I think that's solid.
Kira?
Kira's a bit different, because she benefits more from crit. She's got good mobility, crazy burst damage, but I think she got the worst ultimate of pretty much any ADC, to be honest.
Even
But
Twinblast is a pea shooter, but I mean can do some
Yeah.
bad damage too.
stacks of curve on the enemy, and one of her abilities use all those stacks.
yeah, she's got really good single target damage.
She's really
Yeah.
good early game.
Yeah,
She's good for poking.
I think I would have to put her below
I
the
put
other
her
ones
between, I
though.
put her between Revenant and Argus. Easily.
Yes, because I think all the ADCs right now are pretty strong, to be honest. It's definitely better than it was before, but like I think they're pretty much exactly how they should be. Like if Omega can just keep them balanced exactly how they are for the rest of the game, that'd be great.
Or maybe buff her to be the same abilities as like everybody else.
So Wraith obviously
Buff.
top of S tier, best tier in the game.
Biased,
There's no
biased, racist and
competition.
biased.
There's
Racist,
literally no
sexist,
competition.
Racist, sexist, misogynistic, and biased.
I would say put him at the bottom of A tier.
Bottom of D tier.
So
His abilities
I
are harder to land, but he has a lot of.
I don't know. So
bottom
like
of A.
I would say that he has a high skill ceiling, but it really just comes down to how well you can aim. Like
You hit your shots, kid.
yeah, like
That is true.
his kit in theory isn't rocket science. Like I love his kit. Like everything synergizes really well. To back it up is like so fucking clutch, especially in the late game, bro. I've literally won like several games because I rewinded a person and got a pick and ended up just pushing.
I see. There should be 2 tier lists, one for PC and one for console. Wraith is at the top of PC.
Well, I don't
Wraith
know.
is at the top of console.
Yeah, my
Console player
2012 Call of Duty Black Ops 2 me would strongly disagree.
Yeah.
Play Wraith with a controller. Then next game you play Wraith, use a controller.
I haven't touched a controller for anything in like 15 years, so my opinion isn't relevant. I'm just
Aiming on
saying that.
console.
Hey Cal.
What?
We're also taking into account how easy it is to pick up the characters. So I think
Yeah.
Wraith.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I'm saying like if you can hit your shots, like his kit isn't rocket science. You just have to be able to hit his
But
shots.
most
So
people
like
play
he's
this
not
aren't
necessarily hard.
expecting to have that kind of ability. They're not used to it.
I would put him at C just because of how hard he is to go with C or B.
His combo is simple, but if you miss, you're fucked.
I think before the buff he would be B. I think after the buff he's at the bottom of A.
I mean,
I would put him in A just because of his capability. It just comes
Bottom
down
of
to
A.
use it.
It's like if you think about it.
I am my soul is hurting, but like he just takes so long to come online, especially if you're
Yeah,
playing
okay,
as ADC. Like if
We
you
have
if you
Riktor in A. If we have Riktor in A, wouldn't it make sense to have Wraith in A too? Like, aiming.
I get dunked on all the time by Richters because I don't do any damage until like 15-20 minutes into the game. Like you basically just have to farm for the first 15.
Strategy is.
Hey, just think of this: a broken clock is right twice a day. So I mean, the Richter's just you're eventually gonna hit at least one shot, or you can run up to their face and ult. So
Yeah, like once I get my second item, because like especially against Richter, I build my build is a little unorthodox on Wraith, but I swear I'm cooking, and I will fight anybody that says otherwise. I do Mega Cosm Omen first, and it just shreds tank.
Dude, it's so nasty.
Yeah, it
It's
really
so
is.
nasty.
What about your stamina?
Mega Cosm, they both give you mana.
This is not smart.
It's the same thing. Is mana not short for stamina?
No, it's called mana. If you say stamina, I know what you're talking about.
Mana is a bird.
Okay,
What?
well, in Predecessor, it refers to your blue mana part.
It's a ability point.
Wait, yours is blue, mine's purple.
I'm colorblind, so it's blue for me.
Fair enough.
Wait, you're colorblind? You shouldn't be rating this tier list. All these
Color
colors are
deficient.
black and white. All
Listen.
these.
Hey yo!
Oh,
We're
Wait.
not-
whoa,
we're not
whoa,
S tier,
whoa.
We're not S tier. We're not S tier, bro. No, trust me. No, listen. He has a map scaling ultimate.
It's
He got
true.
buffed.
But
He
you
got
have, same with
buffed.
Wraith, you gotta aim. You gotta have good aim.
He got buffed. His defense is now even more than it was.
How well can you play
Yeah,
the character
Even
while
he has a
lagging?
I'm
I feel like he's squishy in the.
I'm gonna say he's better than Drongo, but worse than Sparrow and Grim, just because Sparrow and Grim will shred him before he has the ability to do anything.
That's based as fuck. Drongo couldn't shred him.
Nah.
Drongo can shred him, yeah. I think he's below Drongo, above Rampage.
I think so too. I think he's
Okay, fair
yeah,
enough.
that's better.
Fair enough.
All these people claiming they play ADC, man. I don't. Okay. You know what?
A lot.
Play 5 games as Drongo and you will change your mind.
I already got a pentakill on Drongo. Okay, Drongo is
Yeah,
ass.
Drongo. No, yeah, Drongo. I mean, there's something Kush can attest to. I was in a game the other day in ranked where I had a Drongo get a pentakill. I don't know what it is with Drongos and pentakills right now, but there's something in the water.
Coincidence.
when I-
Coincidence.
The hit radius
When I
on his
first picked
boomerang
up
is
fucking-
so wide.
True.
It
I don't
almost
know
feels
if
like you
it's
miss
me or not,
sometimes,
man,
and
but,
yet you hit him.
I'd say Drongo is pretty up there in my opinion.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Because I mean, I ended up on my main
Alright,
account, like my diamond account at the time.
So if we were gonna put I mean, I don't know. I feel
Actually, having Sparrow above Drongo is pretty base too.
no, because Sparrow, bro. All you have to do with Sparrow is if you're in a bad situation, you press R and you just kill everything on the screen. It's really that simple.
Actually, no, because of noob friendliness, I would probably put Sparrow in S tier. Just me personally, because
What?
literally anybody.
Well, yeah,
He's got
'cause
no escape,
literally
though,
anybody
like-
who can stack attack speed and just hold left click can get kills with Sparrow.
Here, can I
doesn't have any.
toss on this real fast? I'm a Sparrow main, so I think Sparrow is really good. I think she stays where she belongs.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
As
either
far as,
there or
like,
low
how
S tier.
Good. It's only because it's beginner level. As far as like if it was just in entirety, there's so many like little tiny things about Sparrow that a lot of people don't know. You can do, especially with her piercing. Her piercing is one of the best things she has beside her ult.
Yep.
I think she belongs in A. She should stay where she's at, but I do think that Drongo should move above Grim. I think Grim is too big of a target, and he can be
Yeah.
targeted by abilities way easier. I think he's a big freaking block. I
Did
don't
he
true.
nerf this update or something? Grim
Grim-
just
Grim
doesn't
got
hit
nerfed.
the way he used to.
Grim got nerfed. He's got nerfed the
Okay,
past couple
because
patches.
he used to be a
I don't-
coup de grace. You
I
fuck
don't
yourself if
agree.
you have Grim on the
Yeah.
other team.
I don't agree with Murdoch being.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, I'll probably end it here. On the recording. Appreciate everybody that did stick by. Oh my goodness, this is an hour and a half long video. Hope
I love you. I
this
love you,
is-
YouTube. Anybody on YouTube, I love you. Come to my
Yeah.
house. Just kidding. Don't.
okay. Well, yeah, if you want to join in on these events tier lists, join up on our Discord. We do some customs.
Fuck yeah.
Got some
Link in the
build
description.
advice. Exactly, all that stuff.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment the most hateful thing you can possibly imagine, please.
Yeah.
Any comment's a good comment.
You already know. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Peace out.